Hi guys, in this module we are going to learn something more about medicines. Okay, some detailings we have already learned in the previous videos about medicines and drugs. Okay, so let's get started. The medicines we are taking can be based upon the organ for which function we are taking the medicine. For example, let us say that we are having some kind of trouble in digestion. Okay, then we take most commonly I'm telling, we either take laxative medicines or we take some antacids. Okay, if we are having some respiratory system problem, then respiratory system means we are having some trouble in breathing, that can be due to some kind of allergy or something. Okay, then either we can take some kind of syrups which will be helpful, or we can use some kind of inhalers. Okay, but if the problem is more, then you must have seen people using some kind of inhalers in case of respiratory diseases. Okay, if we are having some kind of muscle pain or any pain is there, then either we can put some hot pack, cold pack, some balm, or we can use some kind of analgesic. Analgesics, that is the common name for painkillers. Okay, or we can take muscle relaxants. Muscle relaxants are not given to small kids. Okay, they are only for big people. Then next is, if you are having some problem with some blood pressure issue, something related to heart and blood flow. This is again a common disease in elderly people. Then they take some tablets which can regulate their blood pressure. Okay, or somebody will be having some problem in the nervous system. Means you must have noticed, maybe some elderly people, their hands and feet, they just keep on moving uncontrollably. Okay, so that is kind of nervous system disorder. For that they have to take some medicines to control it. That was based upon the target. Now there are one class of medicines which we take, they are called vaccines. Especially nowadays, again due to coronavirus, every whole world is looking after what is a vaccine. So let us see what is vaccine, how it works. Mainly inside our body, okay, there is immune system. Our immune system is like our army. Okay, like every country has their own army, right? Whenever enemy attack, the army is ready to fight. So this immune system army is sometime activated already, sometime it needs to wake up. Okay, when from outside, some bacteria or virus, this I have explained in the previous video, how bacteria and virus can enter into your body. Okay, so let's say some bacteria or virus enter into the body. Okay, so then this outside thing which is coming inside is called antigen. And the body produces some soldiers which are called antibodies. Now these antibody soldiers have to kill the antigens. Okay, but the thing is that before this antigen come, what if inside me there are not enough soldiers, that is antibodies, to fight? Then what will I do? So we have to keep our body activated. Means the antibodies have to be there all the time, so that when the antigen come, then they can attack. This is how the the vaccines will work. Okay, let's see little more elaborate about how many types of vaccines are available and how they work. Okay, first type of vaccination which we do is called live attenuated type of vaccine. Live attenuated means that we take the virus which causes the disease. Okay, not that living virus, but little bit mild form of virus, weak form of virus. We extract, we take out from very active viruses, very active soldiers, we'll take out some weak soldiers. Okay, we make a injection out of it shot and we put the shot to the healthy body. Now for healthy body, it will be like a virus dose. The body will not know that it is a very weak dose of virus. So body will produce the soldiers, their antibodies, okay, and the antibodies will fight with the disease. Example of such kind of vaccines given are for mumps and rubella, and these type of vaccines, they give lifelong immunity. Means one time you take this shot, then you should not be worried, you will never get this disease back. I would suggest rather, you should carry your immunization chart before reading this video, okay. If you haven't taken one, go grab it, pause this video, go grab it, and then try to learn about it. So anyways, until then, let's go to the next one, that is inactivated vaccine. The problem with the live attenuated type of vaccination is that we don't give this type of medicines to the people who are having some kind of already pre-existing disease, okay, because for them this is bacteria only or virus only, right? They can become sick, they are in a risk of becoming sick. So this kind of vaccination cannot be done for people with already having some kind of disease, okay. Second type is called inactivated vaccines. In this one, we are not putting weaker dose of virus inside the body, but what we do is we take the virus, we kill the virus, we put some chemicals on the virus, we put high temperature on the virus, and after killing that virus, that inactivated virus only, we give in the form of shot. But for our body, it will still be like a antigen, and our body will still make antibodies to stop it. The only thing with this type of vaccines is that it will require booster dose. Booster dose means at least every 6 months or every 2 years you would have to go and take the injection again and again, okay. These type of vaccines can be given as shots also. You can take in the form of drops also. Might be remembering all of you that again and again you guys are taking polio drops, okay. So this is an example of inactivated vaccinations. Next type of vaccination we do is called subunit type of vaccination, okay. In this one, what they do is they take the virus. Now neither they kill the virus nor they take the weak dose of the virus, but what they do is they kind of dismantle the virus, take out only one protein which was causing some kind of trouble, okay, and that protein they give us in the form of shot, okay. But this process is very, very difficult, okay, and that is why I think so it add to the cost of this vaccination also. Again, you can check in your vaccination chart that vaccination for DTaP, HPV will be a little costlier as compared to the normal vaccinations, okay. Next type of vaccination we have is called toxoid vaccination. This is kind of little bit common. In this, what happens is there is some kind of bacteria which produce toxin. Toxin means some kind of poison which make us sick, okay. So these are harmful chemicals, but now scientists have found a way to kill this type of toxins. What they do is they take two chemicals, one is formaldehyde and water, they mix, they add in this harmful chemical and they give us like a shot. This type of vaccine is called tetanus shot. So you might be knowing, if you are running around and you fall or you get hit, some blood is coming out, then immediately your parents take you to a doctor for tetanus shot. So tetanus shot is kind of a common shot because it saves us from the poison produced after the whatever bacteria can be harmful to us, okay. Apart from these type of vaccines, we have two more. One is DNA type of vaccine, one is composite types. but we are not going to go into so much detail about the vaccines. Hope you guys learnt a bit. Okay, don't get tension about this video, just have fun and try to check all the types with your vaccination chart. It will be fun. Thank you. Please subscribe, like and share this video. Thank you so much. Bye.